Welcome to this new how-to. In this how-to we're gonna answer the question, what does the reject takeoff do? The rejected takeoff, in a Boeing also known as the RTO, is used for, I would say, emergency brakes. So if something goes wrong, I would say during the takeoff, while you're still on a taxiway and you're still on the ground, it will apply full hydraulic pressure on the brakes and will decrease the speed of the aircraft really fast. There are a few things which you need to keep in mind. One of them is, for example, that it only works if you are above 80 knots. If that's not the case, it will not work. So where can you find it? Keep in mind I'm using the mods to update the 787 default dashboard or cockpit, but it also works for the default cockpit of Flight Simulator 2020. Here you see the option auto brake, and currently it's set to RTO, which stands for rejected takeoff. Normally it's set to off or disarm, and while landing you can set it on 1, 2 and 3, or 4 in this case, or max and auto. And what it simply does, it does manipulate the braking system. So for takeoff we need to set it to RTO, which is this mode. We will have a look at the Airbus after this one, because in the Airbus it works a little bit different. Not very hard to be honest, but I want to show you the full picture. And every large airliner has these options. So let's increase throttling. Remove the parking brakes. And let's apply full pressure. So you can see we're increasing speed. And once we're above the 80 knots, like now, I will turn off throttling completely. And you hear the hydraulic system kicking in. And within, I would say, a few meters we're, I would say, standing still, right? So it goes really fast. So now we looked at the Boeing 787, let's switch to the A320 and show you how it works for the Airbus 320. Welcome back to the A320. I'm using the A32NX add-on. As you can see, there are some issues with the display, but let's ignore that for now, because the most important piece for now, while focusing on the brake options, can be found here. In the Airbus it's called different. It's called the max option, so it doesn't have the RTO option, just like a Boeing, but it has the max option. If you set it to max, it will have the same effect. So let's reset the view. Then we need to wait till this other airplane has bypassed us. Not sure what he's doing. It's taking off, it looks like. And then once the other airplane has gone, I will show you the same as with the Boeing. So we're gonna go above 80 knots. In this case, I would say it's a little bit of guessing because we don't see the speedometer, right, which would already be a hold normally. Because if you see this on your screen, then there is a potential issue and you should never take off. So let's wait if the other airplane starts to fly away. Yep, there it goes. It does not go really in the center, so whoa. Nasty takeoff. Looks like he crashed. So then it's wartime. So parking brake is removed. We'll go initially a little bit reduced and full throttle. Now it's a nice moment to pull back. Although you don't hear the, I would say, nice pressure sound with the Boeing, you see that it directly starts to apply throttling. And also once that's done, it will simply hold the airplane and then everything is fine. As you could see, there's also, let me do it again, that there are some changes here in the display, right? So let's go full throttle again. Here it also says, hey, the fans are hot. So if that's the case, then there's an option here in the A320NX, because the brakes will become very hot when you're, I would say, doing this kind of procedure. So you can switch on the brake fan. That will cool down the fan. I'm not sure if you can even see it from the outside. I don't think so, to be honest. Whoa, it's probably built in the system. So let's see if the fans are already hot, or cold in this case. They're still hot, so we can't do it again. But what you will see is, if you apply, if the maximum auto brake kicks in, it will show a message here, and once it's switched off, it will disappear here. The brake will stay active in both airplanes until you hit the manual brake option. If you do that, then you will use the manual brake option, which is, I would say, less effective compared to this rejected takeoff one. So we looked at two airplanes, the Boeing and the Airbus. Both have the options, so really useful to know, right? If you need to break off your takeoff, simply reduce throttling completely. But before takeoff, make sure that the auto brake option has been set correctly. Here ends this video. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to put them in the comment box below the video. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.